the figure in the window. It was a normal afternoon at a public high school in New Jersey until the alarm blared. Someone had been spotted near the school, apparently armed. The lockdown protocol was immediately activated, and all classroom doors were locked. Students and teachers hid as best they could, some under desks, others in the farthest corners away from the windows. In the science classroom, Mrs. Henderson tried to keep her students calm as they waited for news from the administration. The tension was rising, and every noise from outside seemed to amplify the fear. Suddenly, one of the students, Jason, raised his finger pointing to the window. They were on the 3rd floor, so no one expected to see anything moving outside. But there it was, a figure, standing just outside the window. The silhouette appeared to be of a man, standing motionless and staring into the classroom. He was dressed in dark clothing and didn't move. The teacher tried to reassure the students that it was impossible for someone to be outside the 3rd floor window, but the shocked expressions of the students confirmed what she was reluctant to believe. Everyone was seeing the same thing. Strangely, nothing appeared on the security cameras aimed at that window. The intruder remained still, watching the room, while the terrified students kept their eyes fixed on him. When a police officer arrived at the classroom, the man vanished in front of everyone's eyes. There was no way anyone could have been hanging or escaping from that height. The entire building was searched, but no one was found. In the following days, rumors spread that the school was haunted by a former groundskeeper who had died during the building's construction. The incident was recorded in the school's files, but the figure's presence was never explained. The hallway trap. In 2015, at a suburban school near Chicago, a terrifying incident changed the lives of the students forever. One morning, the alarms went off. There was an armed suspect inside the school. The police were quickly called, and an immediate lockdown was declared. All students were instructed to lock themselves in classrooms, hide, and wait for instructions. However, a group of 5 sophomores was in the gym when the alert was activated. Instead of staying put, they ran into a side hallway of the school, hoping to find an open classroom to hide in. They entered a back corridor of the building, a rarely used area with abandoned rooms and an old storage closet. When they reached the end of the hallway, they realized they were trapped. All the doors were locked. As they tried to stay calm and hide as best they could, the sound of footsteps echoed down the hall. At first, they thought it might be the police, but the steps were slow and deliberate, as if someone was intentionally walking toward them. Panic set in. One of the students, Sarah, frantically texted her parents, saying they heard someone approaching but had no idea who it was. Suddenly, a loud thud, like something hitting the floor, filled the hallway. The students huddled behind lockers, trying to remain hidden. The footsteps grew closer, and from the far end of the hallway, a figure appeared. Dressed in black, with a mask covering their face, the figure stood there, motionless, for what seemed like an eternity. Just when they thought this was the end, the evacuation alarm went off, and the mysterious figure disappeared. When the police arrived at the scene, they found no one in the hallway, and none of the security cameras captured any image of the person the students described. Even more bizarre, the only access door to that hallway had been locked from the inside, with no sign of forced entry. The identity of the figure was never uncovered. The disappearance of Ashley. One of the most frightening and unexplainable school lockdown stories happened in a small Oregon town in 2019. Ashley, a high school junior, was the main figure in a case that left the entire community in shock. During a lockdown following a security alert, she completely vanished. The lockdown was initiated after reports of gunfire in a nearby neighborhood. As usual, teachers locked doors and students hid. Ashley was in art class with 20 other students when the lockdown began. Everyone crouched down and remained silent. According to her classmates, Ashley seemed calm, but as worried as everyone else. They remembered seeing her next to the window, hiding behind a counter. After about 30 minutes, the lockdown was lifted and the students began to emerge from their hiding spots. That's when they noticed Ashley wasn't there. The teacher, believing she may have gone to the bathroom without permission, immediately reported her absence to the school administration. A massive search was launched. Every hallway, classroom, and bathroom was scoured. The security footage was reviewed, but strangely, it didn't show Ashley leaving the classroom or any other area of the school. Local authorities started a formal investigation. Ashley's friends and family were questioned, and the school remained closed for several days for a thorough search. No trace of Ashley was found. Even more disturbing, her phone and backpack were found exactly where she had been hiding during the lockdown. Without any explanation for her disappearance, many began to speculate that something supernatural might be involved. Some students reported feeling a strange presence in the art room that day. Others recalled that years earlier, a tragedy involving a student who had died on campus had sparked rumors that the school was cursed. Police continued their investigations, but to this day, no one knows what happened to Ashley. She vanished in broad daylight, in a building surrounded by police and teachers, and was never seen again. The mystery remains one of the most terrifying and unsettling in the town's history.